Hey guys. Hello, hello. I hate that like line. It irks my nerves. Hey guys. Hello. Hey Ruth. That was my granny's last first name. How are you? Hey love, how are you doing? I'm doing great. Hey everyone. I just wanted to pop in real quick. Hey. I wanted to pop in real quick and say hello to everybody. I haven't did a live in a little bit, so I wanted to jump on and do a quick live. If this is your first time doing a live with me, these are fun. You get to ask whatever question you want to ask me. Personal, not personal, whatever. Thank you. It's a country. My mom is awesome. Um, so you get to ask me whatever question pertaining to herpes or anything that you may need a, needing some feedback or advice or just, on. So you can ask whatever you want to ask. You can post those below and I will read those out and I will answer that question the best way I can. I tell you, whatever question you ask, make sure you give me as much detail as possible so I don't have to ask so many questions. Thank you so much, sweetie. Um, so you have to, give me as much detail as possible so I can assist you in answering that question quickly for you, and the best way to answer it. Or I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions to make sure I got enough information to give you a solid, you know, answer. I don't want to give you something shallow. So welcome, welcome, welcome to everybody. Welcome. So as everybody get their questions together, yeah. So thank you. As everybody get their questions together, I want. Hey, look at bruh. What up, bruh? um, as everybody get your questions and stuff together, I want to give y'all some updates. So as y'all know, the Overcoming Gathering Tour is coming up. It starts in May and ends in October. So I'm going to be in New Orleans. I'm going to be in New York. I'm going to be in Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Chicago, and also LA. So if you're close to any of those areas, that's your chance to meet me and other individuals in your area. The whole purpose of the Overcoming gathering is for you guys to meet me, finally get to see the person that you're watching the videos for or have helped you in any sort, and also meeting people in your area. That's like one of my most important parts, is hugging on y'all, but also getting you to meet other people in the area, because sometimes it's just really hard to deal with this when you don't have anybody or understand what you're going through. So I want you guys to connect with people in your area, or even if it's not in your area, you can connect with them and you have somebody who you can relate to. And so I should come to Florida. What part of Florida are you in? I had Florida on my list last year and nobody wanted to come, so I took it off the list. The list that I selected was created based off of the community poll that I did here on YouTube and in my support group. So these are the cities that was most voted for. So I didn't pick these, they did. Y'all picked these. Other people picked these. So I'm sorry for individuals who are new with me and didn't get a chance to. Oh, nice. I'm sorry, guys. You didn't get to vote. But I wanted to go to the place that was most voted on. Because I went to New York last year and I went to Houston last year. So I'm excited. You can come to Atlanta. It's not until September. Get you a little vacation. I'd love to meet you. I know you finally caught a live. You ain't got to catch lives with me. You talk to me. We get to talk. Okay, so you saying you're in Raleigh, North Carolina. How can we get in touch with you? The best way to get in touch with me is go to www.stdlifecoach.com. If you want to do a session, you can book a session there. We can do a video chat, or we can do a phone call. Or if you got any questions, you can just go to the connect contact me section and send me a email, and I will contact you in about 24 hours. Hello, Michigan. I'm telling y'all, I already put the polls in, so I'm not. Y'all gonna have to catch these places close, okay? So I just got Chicago up there, New York up there. It's only Washington D.C. That's it. I tried to make it equal this time, where I have places up north. Try to get more places up north, and then 2 places in the south, and then going all the way to the west coast, because the west coast don't get no love for real. I had to go for time zones for the west coast, so I decided to go to LA. So y'all gotta catch whatever's available to you guys. Y'all have enough time. That's why I start talking about it early, and you can get your stuff there. So you can go to www.stdlifecoach.com, and it'll pop up, a little thing will pop up for the tour. Or you can go to bit/overcoming, that's capital O 2020, and you can get information there on Eventbrite. And you can buy your ticket. It's only $75. So they include food and an exclusive location. So you will not find a location on there. Okay, just let you know that it will be exclusively emailed to you guys closer to your date. Any other questions, guys? I hope to see more of you guys, though. I want to hug y'all. Y'all are such a big support. I love that y'all watch my videos. I appreciate it. I try to come up with some really good information of stuff that I hear, or things I even thought about once before. Like, oh, crap, I wish somebody did a video on that. But the recent videos have been videos based off what people been saying or something I've been reading in our community. That people have questions on. So if you have any any videos that you kind of want to see, I know somebody talked about the asystematic video, so I want to talk about that, but I just want to find some more stable facts for you guys, and I know exactly who I need to talk to for that. One of my herpes activist friends, he's really into the stats behind herpes. I'm just the face to it, he's the stats guy. I'm like the reporter. So I need to go to him to get some more of those stats, so then I can show it to you guys. But I do want to talk about being asymptomatic, for sure. Because you can have the virus but don't have any symptoms. Like, you don't have any outbreaks, but you can still pass the virus that way too. So I do want to talk about that, because some people are like, am I asymptomatic? Blah, 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 blah. So I want to talk about that. Any other things y'all want to talk about? Anything in particular? Any new videos y'all got in mind? What you mean, wow? Yeah. You can be asymptomatic. A lot of people are asymptomatic. We got to know, like, so many people have no clue they have the virus. They have no earthly idea. Some people have symptoms, but they don't think the symptoms are herpes. They think it's, for many women, they think it's a yeast infection or bacterial vaginosis, because, like, itchy, they got light tearing, they're looking for, sores and cuts, and that doesn't happen. Or they have those things, but they don't hurt. So they're thinking like, well, I got that because I was scratching a lot, which you could. But that's not the case. Like, I'm going to be honest with you guys, and I'm speaking to the ladies. If you do a treatment for yeast infection, or do a treatment for a bacterial vaginosis, it doesn't go away, you need to go get tested for other STDs. I'm going to tell you that, because most of the STDs, I know, right? Most STDs have itching. Gonorrhea, chlamydia, all of those have itching. And trichomoniasis have itching. Herpes has itching. So you really want to make sure you know, it's not that, because most of us do, you know, as women, deal with yeast infection and bacterial vaginosis consistently. Um, cool beans. Look at B. You work that out. Help them out now. Come to Chicago. So you really want to you got to understand that it can cover it up. And you think it's like, oh my God, I'm taking my monostat, or oh my God, I took, you know, my whatever, Fluken. If you know the medicine I'm talking about. So, and it's just not working. It's because it's probably not what you think it is. You probably did have a little yeast, you probably did have a little bacteria, but that wasn't causing your symptoms. Same for guys. Guys can get yeast infections, if y'all want to call it jock itch. So, you know, pay attention to that. If it's something that's ongoing, you don't use some type of treatment and it's not working, you want to go back to the doctor and say, okay, that's not what it is. It's something else. Test me for something else. And I think we don't know to actually get tested for herpes. And that's what's leaving most of us like struggling with these symptoms for so long, because we don't know. Okay, what to do if your immune system is low? Good question. The main thing is to eat. Eat a lot of green vegetables. A lot of us don't eat enough vegetables. We hear this, you know, eat vegetables, but it's true. You have to eat more green vegetables. As we know, we don't eat enough of it. So you also want to get on a multivitamin of some sort, to make sure you get what you need each and every day. But I would tell you, increase your vegetable intake, green vegetable intake, not just regular vegetables, green vegetables intake, because it helps boost your immune system. And drinking more water. Green vegetables. I'm not telling you to go vegan. I ain't telling you to go plant-based. I'm not telling y'all any of that. A lot of people keep asking me, should I change my diet? Yeah, eat more vegetables. Green vegetables. That's the... I'm sorry, y'all. That's the main thing I would ever tell y'all. Eat more green vegetables. You will see a difference in the amount of outbreaks you have if you eat more green vegetables. You will see a huge difference. And if anybody's looking into, you know, I want to heal myself, the first thing they're going to tell you to do is to eat more plant-based, more green vegetables, okay? It boosts the immune system. That's why it suppresses the virus, because you're eating more green vegetables, because it's boosting your immune system. Okay? Thanks. Also, it lowers because of medication. Are you asking me that, or are you telling us that? Are you asking if the medication lowers your immune system? I want to make sure you're... Oh. If you say so. I won't really say that to say that. I won't really say that. The medication is to help you keep the virus at bay. It has nothing to do with your immune system. Like, that medicine has nothing to do with your immune system. It has everything to do with trying to keep the virus from making copies of itself. That's really what that medicine is to do. It's trying to just keep the virus at bay. You say your own immune lowering medication. Okay, is that personal? Like, do you have other conditions? Because if you have other conditions, then it's very important that you change your diet. Because if you're on a medication that's lowering your immune system, you need to eat to, you know, keep your immune system at bay. Yeah, you have, I don't know, whatever you're on, but it's just important to eat. Yeah, eat. Your eating is going to save you. Eating. You need to eat your health. Literally, you have to eat it. You can't, because that whatever medicine you're on is probably to save your life in another instance. But you need to eat. Your eating will keep you alive. Truthfully, it'll keep you alive, whatever that may be. And I'm not saying what you have is killing you, but as we know, if your immune system is low, then you're at more risk of getting any bacteria, or virus or anything like that. So eat. You need to eat more vegetables. Suggestion: a video on herpes, how it affects people's mental health. I don't know if you already did a video like that already. I did a video like that, but I'm going to do another one, but I'm going to do it in a different light. I'm going to do a video on herpes, how herpes causes PTSD for a lot of people. Um, Herpes is very mental. And I want to take some time to do some. You're welcome, sweetie. I do want to take some time to do a little research on the fact that the herpes is on the nerve endings, and I want to know how that affects the brain. Because most of us, when we have our outbreaks, we go into a depressed state, and want to know, is that because of the virus? Like, for real. Like, I really would like to know. Is that like, because most people, and even me, when I have my outbursts, I feel really crappy. I feel real low at that time. And not because I'm sad or anything like that. It's something that's going on. And as we know, the nerve endings your nerves have everything to do with your brain. Everything fire back to the brain. So I wonder what nerves is it on to affect our psychological health. Like, I would love to know, like, what part of the brain that affects. That is some research I have to do. How's dating with HSV? It depends on the person. I'll say that it truly do depends on the person. It depends on, number one, before your date, you have to get to a place of educating yourself and knowing the virus for yourself, knowing how it affects your bodies, and things like that. So you really want to take some time to learn how to manage it. So my whole thing is, if you're having outbreaks, you want to learn how to manage it. What's causing your outbreaks? What's the best treatments for you? How frequent do you have outbreaks? Because when you get with a partner, you want to be able to tell them, okay, I had this many outbreaks. I know what caused my outbreaks. I know how to, I know this is what I do. Because people are going to ask you the questions and you don't want to be caught off guard. Like, I don't know. That's not something anybody want to hear. Okay. So you want to make sure you do your personal work first before you decide dating, because you want to make sure your partner knows that you understand everything about what you dealing with, and that they can come in with a little bit more confidence, knowing that, okay, they know everything about their body. They're going to do the best they can to protect me. It's just that part that I have to accept. Okay. So that's the most important part. And I'm not gonna lie, that's what the part that most of us in this community fail to do. We fail to take the time to figure out what the heck is going on with our body and learn this thing before we want to get a boo. Your boo will be very much better off if you're way more educated and not mentally like screwed. I'm not gonna lie. So that's the most important part. After that part is just you accepting yourself, and also being in a place to realize that everybody's not going to be accepting. Everybody's not going to want to deal. And that's okay. You're not looking for everybody. You're looking for somebody who's willing to accept you. Just remember, every day you are rejecting a person. I think we don't remember that. We're rejecting a person every day, in some sort. I don't care if it's the same person who's been seeking after you for years. You're still rejecting them, and it still hurt them too, because they're really interested in you. So my whole thing, just know, rejection you can't get away from. But my whole thing is, it shouldn't knock you off a pedestal to realize, oh my God, I can't do this. Yes, you can do this. You just have to keep pushing forward what you want and keep on moving. You're gonna find somebody. And that's something that takes a little bit, because if you're not used to rejection, if you're kind of used to getting what you want, if you're kind of used to not feeling like you got to struggle to find somebody, and I want to be honest, and I'm about to be real transparent, even with those individuals who are like that, most of the time they weren't in no serious relationship for real, that was like healthy. I'm just going to say that, because I've noticed some people like, well, I ain't had no problem getting a person. But I was like, you was in a lot of interesting relationships. Like, they weren't all healthy relationships. If that's the case, okay. I'm just saying this. This is something I noticed over the 4 years I've been doing this, that most people who say that to me are like, well, I ain't got no problems. And then I get to talk to them. No, you really did have problems. You just had a lot of people in your life, and you dated a lot of people, but all those relationships weren't healthy. And that's something we also have to kind of ask ourselves as well. It's like, okay, yeah, I want to be rejected, but who was I accepting in my life? What type of relationships did I have? Because if they wasn't healthy relationships, then you might as well had rejected them and they rejected you, truthfully. Side note, that's just something I noticed. I'm not saying that for everybody, but I'm just saying just something I have noticed within when people say that. So you just have to ask yourself, how was my dating life prior? Was it a healthy dating life? Was I fulfilled in my dating life? Did I find what I was looking for in my dating life? Was people matching up with what I wanted, or were we even matching up? Was it a lot of drama? What was it? Because a lot of us kind of looking for this perfect picture, but you never really had one, or it never wasn't going as planned. So I don't want you to kind of go into that with this HSV now thinking it's going to get any better. It really ain't. Like what you dealt with prior to your dating life is exactly what you're going to deal with HSV. It's not really going to change. It's going to seem like it's harder just because you're way more cautious. You're not taking as many risks as you were before. You're not putting yourself out there as much as you were before. You're way more fearful than you were before. So it seems tougher, and it may not be tougher. You just scary at this point. I'm just being honest. You're just being so spooky. You're like spooked out. You don't really trust people like you did before. You're not willing to take risks like you did before. So it just seems a little bit harder, but I do want you to kind of look at your dating life and ask yourself, how was my dating life? Okay. I hope that helped. I kind of like went so far. That'll be awesome research, Belize. I know, right? That's a PhD research right there, girl. I'm not getting my PhD. I don't want it anymore. Even though I got accepted into 2 programs. I just like, no, never mind. At least do you do a video about the virus affecting the thyroid? I didn't know anything about that, so that's very interesting. The thyroid is something interesting, y'all. You got hypo and got your hyperthyroidism. So I never heard of this virus affecting your thyroid. I never heard that. I'm not gonna lie. I never heard that. I'm a little aware of hyper and hypo. Because I was doing another health business and nurses around me, so they told me about that. And that's a whole nother ball game. And your thyroid, so many things can affect your thyroid. So I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I never came across that. That's interesting. So I won't say I will do that, Kim, because I just never heard of that. But I'll surely look up information about it. It'd be interesting to know, but I never heard this virus affecting that. And I feel like if you have any thyroid problems, you need to go to a specialist. Remember, y'all, I am not a medical professional. I think y'all need to remember. I did not go to school. I didn't go to medical school. I am not a nurse. I'm none of that stuff. I'm just a person who just found information and is willing to talk about it. So I don't know everything. So don't come to me looking at to me like, oh, Belize is, no, I'm not. I don't practice medicine in no way. So some of this stuff is like, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know everything because I don't. So I'm not sure about that one. I'm not going to know everything because truthfully, I'm just not in that industry. And also you got to remember, even with doctors, you got to go to specialists for certain things. So I would tell you go to a specialist a little bit about that because I'm not sure, girl. I don't know. Very true. Untrusting fear is the main thing. True. It is. It is. Got any other questions, guys? My phone died. Fast. I know I always get on here, my phone dying for some odd reason. I feel like I can beat my time for some time. I think it's funny. Any other questions? Thanks for everybody who got on. I don't prefer any medicine. I'm not gonna lie. Everything is based off a person's personal preference and what they have experienced. Some people love Valtrex. Valtrex is the main medication. It produces the most, effects or benefits. And then you have Valtrex, which not Valtrex, but acyclovir. A lot of people don't like acyclovir because they say it does not deliver like Valtrex does. It just depends on what your insurance pays for or what's most cost effective for you. So those two medications, it just depends. It depends on that. Some people say Valtrex work better. Some people say acyclovir thins their hair. Some people say that makes them have a lot of headaches or, they lose their appetite. So I will tell you, you have to try the medication and make a decision based off yourself, because I don't know your current status pertaining to any other health conditions. So it just depends. Oh, absolutely. You don't have to take medicine. It's not preferred. It's not required. I did a video on there. It's not required. If you go to your doctor, they will only tell you to get on the medication if you're having a lot of outbreaks to assist you with trying to suppress the virus. Medication is nothing. Herpes medication ain't nothing but suppressing therapy. So they're just trying to see if they can suppress it enough that you learn to manage it. I tell you guys this. That medication by itself is not going to keep you alone from keep having an outbreak. Okay. It's very important that y'all realize that your triggers also is one of the heavily parts of why you're having outbreaks. If you do not control your triggers, you will continue to have outbreaks on that medication. And I don't know if y'all heard me say this before, but I'm saying to you again, learn your triggers. I don't care how much medicine you take. I don't care how great you eat. I don't care how many pills you pop. I don't care how many supplements you take from across the globe. It ain't gonna do nothing if you do not get your triggers under control. So for my individual who it's just somebody keep on having outbreaks because you're stressed. It's because of this. It's because you got to figure out what's going on with you that's causing it. And sometimes that takes longer to do than others because a lot of us have very stressful lifestyles or we have a lot going on. We do. We have a lot going on. Some people's jobs are just stressful. Some people's life is just in ruins at this moment because so much other stuff has put them in some bad situations or they're just in a bad situation right now. So you have to understand that stuff they have an impact. Diet de-stress best. It depends. You keep asking. This is one thing I'm going to tell y'all. You want me to ask a question, like a general. You want me to give you a general answer. I can't do that. Herpes doesn't work that way. This is not a general virus. This is a personal virus. And you have to learn it for yourself. I give you all the information and you have to take the time to learn. I will tell you, your ability to learn yourself would determine if you have a lot of outbreaks, a little outbreaks, or none. It determines if you're going to accept it or you're not going to accept it. It's going to determine if you're going to have a relationship or not have a relationship. It's going to determine if you have a healthy sex life or not have a sex life. It's going to control everything. Everything is going to depend on you and the self-work you do for you and how you learn it for you. Now I can talk to you personally and we can talk about your stuff and kind of come up with an understanding of where you are. Individual, that's where you do the sessions with me at www.stdlifecoach.com. But I never speak from just a general place because that doesn't work. You can't do that with this virus. You can't. That's why the information is general, but it just really don't help us. Hey, love. Oh, thank you, girl. It's so funny. My church is called the Life Church, and we're called Lifesavers. That's interesting. That's what our pastor called us. He called us Lifesavers. We're not called members. We're called Lifesavers. Yeah. So I hope I answered everybody's question. We're going to shut down. I don't want this video to be super long, especially for the individuals who are going to come back and listen to it. So I hope this helped everybody here. You're welcome, love. I'm going to have a video come out tomorrow. It's more of a vlog, but it's going to be really good. So you want to look at that vlog tomorrow. It's going to come out at 8 a.m. My goal is to have all the videos at 8 a.m. Be patient if they're not, but my goal is to have them at 8 a.m. So you guys can catch it throughout the day or whatever. Make sure you hit the notification so you don't miss any of the videos. And I love you guys, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.